Welcome to class. In today's class, we'll be starting with the practice question under circle theorem. And we have this question on the board. We are told that in the diagram, MP is a tangent and line RN is equals to line RQ is equals to line RN. Find the angle marked T. Now, if you look at angle T, which is here, what we can do is look for similar angles, because the only angle that we are given here is angle 64 degree, and we have to look for how this angle T can be found using this angle 64 degree. So we have to look for angles that are similar to T. Now, if you look at this clearly, if we remember alternate segments theorem, which states that angles in alternate segments are equal, that means that the value of T, to get to this T here, angles in alternate segments, then T is equivalent to this angle here, that is angle in alternate segments. There is a video on that. So if I can know the value of RQN, that is this angle that is here, because this is alternate to T. So if I can know this, then automatically I've known the value of T. Now let's see how we can find this. So from this here, we are already told that Rn is equal to Rq, and it's obvious to us that if they are both equal with this sign, it means that triangle is an isosceles triangle. Now, if it's an isosceles triangle, then the base angles too of an isosceles triangle, they are equal. That means that if here is 5, here is also 5 for an isosceles triangle. But what we can do is that we already know that this angle here is also alternate to this. Angle is an alternate segment, because this is alternate to this, then T is alternate to this. So we can say that NRQ is 64 degree, because I know this is alternate to this. Angle is an alternate segment. We can say that NRQ equals to 64 degree. Then we'll put the condition angles in alternate segments. So since NRQ, this place is 64 degree, then we know that this is 64 degree, this is 64 degree, and we know that these two angles, they are the same. So let's assume that we make these two angles x, then we can say x plus 64 degree equals to 180 degree, which is the sum of angles in a triangle. Remember that we are still looking for T. That's what we need. So if we can know any of these two, then we can know this value that is here. So we can say this is alternate to this angle in alternate segments. Then we know that that's 64. Then from there, add 64 with these two angles. But we don't know them. Since we know that they are both the same, we can make them any variable. So we can conclude that since NRQ plus RNQ plus RQN equals 180 degree, angles in a triangle, NRQ, that is NRQ, this angle that is here, then we have RNQ, this angle that is here, and RQN, this angle that is. So the sum of these three angles will give us what? 180. Now we know that NRQ, we know is 64 degree, and we've just said that the two of them are the same, so we can make them any variable. Let's say x. So we would have that 64 degree plus x is equals to 180. Then we can say that 2x degree will give us 180 degree minus 64 degree, and that will give us 116 degree. Right? If we subtract, that will give us 116. So divide both sides by 2. So therefore, x will give us 58 degree. Now we know that x here, that is, this is 58 degree, this is 58 degree, because they are both the same, 58. And remember that I said T, angle T is alternate to this angle here. So therefore, T degree equals to what? 58 degree. So we can say that angle in alternate segments. So we've just solved the question.